Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today we are making gluten-free parathas, and these parathas are really delicious and very simple to make. So I'll be telling you tips and tricks how to get some very lovely parathas in no time. So to make the parathas, we'll be starting with a paste. So here I have beetroot, ginger, garlic and green chili. Now beetroot will give a lovely red color, and besides that it will help to hold the flour. So we will be blending these three together and adding 1/4 cup of water. So here I have half a cup of blended beetroot puree, and in case you do not like garlic, you could skip it, or if you don't want so much of green chilies, you could skip these as well. And then to this I'm going to add little salt, a bit of oil. You could use coconut oil, it gives a lovely flavor. And we are going to use 2 high protein flours. One we are using is quinoa flour. Now for the quinoa flour, it's very bitter in taste, which is why I'm just not going to use quinoa flour, and I'm going to use it with another flour, that's the amaranth flour. So I start with quinoa flour, and normally these are available on the stores, and they are very finely ground. So making them at home I will not suggest, because they don't come out so well. So that's your flour. And then now I'm just going to add amaranth flour. Amaranth flour is also called Rajgiri flour, and do not be tempted to add too much of water, because the salt in this flour will it will release some moisture from the beetroot. So just try to gradually mix everything together. So here you see the flour has come together, and now I'm just going to cover these and rest it for 15 to 20 minutes. You can also allow it to rest for an hour overnight, because the better they rest, the more they'll swell and the softer will be your rotis. So next we are going to make oats paratha, and oats is again a very popular cereal, and this is great for overall health, keeps us full for long, and very delicious. We start by taking a cup of oats. So here what I have done is taken oats and then powdered these. So here you have a cup of powdered oats, and then to this I am going to add coriander leaves, spring onion greens, a bit of pepper for the extra spice, a bit of salt, just a bit of salt, not too much, a little bit of half a teaspoon of oil. We start in a very slow way and add hot boiling water to the oats mixture. So here I have, the dough is fairly sticky as you see here, but as it swells it will dry up. So I have used 3/4 cup of water for a cup of oats. Here we have taken a lemon sized bowl, and now we are going to heat the pan. Now I am using a cast iron skillet, is getting warm as we roll the rotis. Now we'll be using a flat surface like this, as you see. It's a marble flat. You can use a wooden base or a marble flat surface. And then we are going to add some flour. Now this flour can be made of oats. It can be made of quinoa or amaranth, but I normally use is tapioca flour. If you have tapioca, it's okay, otherwise you can also go for cornstarch. Now what happens here is, when you're using cornstarch, it just magically dries the flour that you are using and makes the rolling very easy. So here you see how easy it will become to roll. Use a uniform shaped rolling pin, and with light hands, if you are a beginner, just roll these. And now we'll just put them in the skillet. I'll just apply some ghee so that I can grease these. Give it some time to cook so that all the edges are cooked as well, and we are quickly able to cook these. Just apply little bits of ghee and then you will flip it over. And in case you do not like beetroot, try the same recipe with potatoes as well. It just comes out very nice. Wait for the golden spots to come because that shows that the paratha has been cooked well. And now once you have heated the skillet, cook at medium to high heat. Remember, in this dough we did not use any water. So this is your high protein parathas, and next we are moving to oats parathas. And again we'll be taking a lemon size dough, and here again for rolling you can use oats powder or you can use tapioca as I suggested. Do not try to make very large parathas initially if you are new to roti making, because these don't have gluten, so they don't hold shape. So try with smaller sizes. They're easy to snack and they're easy to serve. And then maybe once you've mastered the art of making rotis, then you can. So these are your oats parathas, and you see how strong these are. Okay, so now we'll just grease the skillet with a bit of ghee, and then goes your parathas. And these are very smooth, very soft, because we used hot boiling water. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I did. And these parathas are great for breakfast or for lunch. You could also pair it with yogurt, plain yogurt, a raita, or any kind of a curry. Or if nothing at all, then you could just add a pickle with it, or a cup of tea. So this was my take on gluten-free parathas, and believe me, nothing better than this. So bye for now. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share. We are sharing healthy recipes every week. Bye for now.